conversation that people do not like to talk about, and that is because it's actually one of the major conflicts between the supreme, people at the top, and people below. But today we'll be having this difficult conversation and be giving you instances of people that went through those challenges with our own experience. Come with me and join me on today's extra show where I and my team, my beautiful team, you know them already, we'll be having this wonderful conversation. I'm Adeshewa. Don't go anywhere.
I'm very well. Hi everybody at home that are watching us. Thank you very much for joining us. And so my week was really interesting, and we bless God. God has been wonderful. That's what I have to say.
Uncle, you're welcome.
Yeah,
I see your smile. Last song.
Oh, shit.
Doctor.
You know now, my week very busy, very busy. And one thing is, I went to supply one of my clients, and immediately he tasted the stuff. It was like,
What's that?
I said, crunchy, coolie.
Oh, yeah, that's nice.
Crunchy. And it
Are you
was
going
like,
to bring one for us?
yeah, of course, definitely. And it was like, guy, you are doing a lucrative business, so I need to learn from you. I said, okay, no problem.
Okay, now that means you are collecting some,
Yes,
you know,
definitely.
you should
Bring
collect.
for us.
That's it, should collect now.
Yeah, do you guys know what we're talking about today?
Oh yes.
See, and what we're talking about is something that is actually very serious. And I've mentioned it earlier. You guys know we're talking about work environment, like toxic work environments.
Yeah.
And we know that there are different challenges and issues that happen at workplace. But today we're talking about those challenges and how to know that you are in a toxic environment. No, now I said something.
How do you really know that you're in working?
Toxic
work
no, let me just give a story. I saw something on Twitter recently,
Yeah, I saw it.
and the lady was talking about all our experience with our boss.
Okay, but if you ask me, if I answer that question, let me just ask, how do you know that you're actually in a working toxic environment? I feel like at the point where you're no more comfortable where you're working, at the point where you wake up in the morning and you don't feel like going to work, like something draws you back, or you're getting tired, like you're not productive anymore. I've been there. You're not productive anymore. Like there is no joy of, okay, I'm going to work.
And another thing, maybe you are not getting
satisfied.
value. You are not being respected the way you ought to. You know, there are this self-esteem that maybe the way people talk to you there, they don't respect you. They don't count you as somebody that is important.
But we use what you just said about
so
your business as an example.
Yeah, okay.
There is a satisfaction that comes when you said the man tasted your crunchy coolie, and you know there is something it tells you like, oh, this is really nice.
Motivating.
So there is a satisfaction that comes whatever you do.
Yes.
So if you are not happy with whatever you do, like there is no happiness that is coming with it anymore, then there is no point.
Yeah.
That workplace is already toxic.
You know, okay, now we want to talk about the relationship between employees and employer. So this guy said he shared a story on Twitter. I think I'll be sharing it on the screen for you guys to see. He spoke about a lady that told him how her boss stopped paying her salary with excuses that the company was broke. And then later it's just degraded, and after a month of not paying her and some other month, then she noticed that the company never set up retirement plan, and at the end of the day they keep removing pension stuff.
That's a big deal.
It happens to me in my previous working place. Of course, they will deduct HMO, they will they will deduct
tax.
pension. And
at the end
in
of
the
the day,
end, they will not refund it to your account. It's annoying.
It's not even to
crazy.
your account now, but if you are saying that it's supposed to be a pension account, okay, like where I worked before,
Yeah.
we started getting a call at the point where they give us the HMO and the pension stuff. We started getting calls, emails, and messages saying there's an account created for a particular person, like each and every one of us.
Yeah.
So before that, I think we were the one that even now chose. The email that came was like, okay, there are 3, 4, 5 pension offices or whatever, that you should pick the one that you want to go with.
Your
Do you understand?
favorite,
So
pension,
immediately they are telling you there is something like that, you are not getting such email or such message, you should know there is something wrong. And then I don't know, I mean, if you ask me, I would say, why would somebody do
Another
that?
thing, some
Why would
actually got
I'm sorry,
alert.
my
Okay,
darling.
okay.
Why will somebody work their ass out? Like they wake up in the morning and they come to work and they work diligently. Why would you do that to them? Why would you not? They have families, they have bills to pay.
Toxic work environment.
That is
See,
it.
and there's another reason, there's another way of knowing that you're in a toxic environment that I've learned. And one of those ways is to know that you're not being paid for the value that
Or
you
delay
give.
payment. Yeah.
Not even
No,
delay payment.
not delay payment.
You're not being
Duly,
paid.
like being
Duly,
duly
okay.
paid for
For the
what
value
you know
that
your
you
worth. You know
give.
that okay, I'm working 30 days in a month or 20 days in a month, and the work I'm doing, you know that some offices that some people do 2, 3 people's job,
Yeah.
and
yeah,
they are
yes.
being paid
They
less.
get less.
I think that's what she's trying to say. I mean, why will you do that to someone? If you have humanity, you have the fear of God. There is no way you want to owe somebody what they are due for, like what they actually worked for. That's not nice.
You know, one of the understanding I've gotten over time is that we are so desperate to get a job, especially in the world we live in right now. There's so much lack of employment. As in, everywhere is just so. So if you get anything
You just
and
grab
I pay you peanuts,
Without
you
even
just
checking
you just
and
pick it up. Even with the whole of the insult and the package of the garbage and all the things that you'll be getting and they'll be giving you at the workplace, but you will still go ahead to do those stuff because you just want to survive. Now I want to talk about the place of the law enforcement agent, and are there laws that are put in place to guide? Because I know that we have labor law and we have all these things in place that can protect employers and also employees.
Also, are they in implementation? Like, okay, we have the laws. I don't even know if we have the laws. I'm not going to lie. But if we have it, are they working? For like 2 weeks ago, I was on this set, and that week required me taking Uber, boats, like morning, afternoon, night, like for the whole of the week. And so one of the boat driver on this particular day, we got talking, and he was telling me how he had worked with Macmillan for like 11, 12 years. But the good thing is from 5 years you're entitled to pension, like to an account like that. And so he said the 11th year he realized, or he emphasized, that the company was folding up. They didn't fold up, but they went into relegation kind of. And so when he saw that coming, he actually quickly resigned. Like, let them not spoil his career. He said, okay, so after he resigned, and 2, 3 years later, they still didn't pay him all his pension, nothing. And they were going back and forth into court and saying this and saying that. And so that's why I asked the question before. That story on Twitter, it's a Nigeria story.
It's a Nigeria
Obviously.
story.
It's only in Nigeria that you'll be owing me. You still use policeman to come and carry me. And they'll not still ask me to beg you.
Another thing is, we don't have rule of law.
Shey wickedness kọ́ nìyẹn.
We don't have rule of law. Wait, let me tell you one thing.
He's not working.
The rich,
He's not working.
the rich is
Nǹkan tí
above
wàá ṣe
the law.
nìyẹn.
They use the power of their influence to do anything.
The most annoying part was
And
that
you can't do anything to
the
sue
man
them.
arrested the lady.
They're always there, ahead of you.
And asked her to, and they made her beg.
The rich are the problem we have in this country. I don't know if that's a right word to say.
So
but why do you intimidate people? This person worked for you. She's not begging you for money. It's the money that she worked for. Why will you arrest her and make
another
her
sign
beg?
sign that you will know that you are working in a toxic workplace is lack of communication.
Yes, lack of
From
communication.
the boss to the
Even from the
it's
the
a major
are
problem.
Manager.
when you are scared of your boss, like there is no mutual like respect to each other.
It's a major
Respect is
problem.
reciprocal. You
Communication.
respect me even as
You know why I say
your
it's a major
whatever.
problem? You know why I say it's a major problem? Naturally, growing up, There's always difficult communication
Talking to
between
your
your
elderly
parents.
person, yeah.
Your parents. When I mean communication, I mean real conversation. When daddy do something that is wrong, can you walk up to him the next day and say,
that thing you did is
no,
wrong?
no, you can even try to say in a polite way, but even if you are saying it in a polite way, if you are a Yoruba girl, you don't know how bad J. No, shaking one Benny. No, shaking Benny.
No.
That's the way it's done.
And that's not in other countries.
You
As
are
the
not
father
you are
can
not in
tell
the
you,
Western
oh,
world
my
now.
daughter, I'm
This
sorry
is
for
Africa.
what I
When was the last time that
But
daddy said
no,
This is Africa. So you have
sorry,
to
Kenny,
you have
boy,
to
you was-
respect your elders. You know, you have to respect your elders. The same thing applies to work environment.
Yeah,
So,
that's what I
Now
saying.
we are saying, so the moment you growing up in school, your lecturer is never wrong.
So you
Your
can't even
teachers
tell
are
your
never
teacher
wrong.
what you did or what you just told us or what you're teaching us.
By the time
is
you
wrong.
get
even
to
though
work,
you know.
So
a big deal.
in the workplace too, the moment you are superior, you are never wrong, and that's the way to know. There will not be communication because you find it difficult to come. I worked in a place
So
where
even though
when
you
the
do
boss
something
comes
wrong, you
around,
can't voice it out.
You can't say it.
everybody's
Even when
doing
you
their
say
work
it now,
normally, like normally. You're
You
Even when
are
you
scared
say
they
it,
might
they
might fire you.
they will do
Come at
something
your
about
sack,
your
your
case.
salary on it, pay. The salary will not be complete. That's one other way to know that
Who
you're
are
a
you to
teacher.
So
challenge
many
your boss?
things is wrong in this country. That's my conclusion.
Yeah.
Just too many things are wrong.
But
And
then,
it's only God that can just come to our aid and
how do you manage or navigate? Now there are no jobs out there, so we wouldn't say leave your job because you're in a toxic environment.
Yes.
Many
What
people
I would advise
well,
is
how would you navigate
Yes.
and still hold on to your sanity? We have many crazy people everywhere.
What I would advise
Sorry,
is
please. I
okay.
went to do something yesterday and the person was telling me it's slap that is raining now.
Islam.
Do anyhow, just slap the
Then
person and
you
then go.
collect.
And I was
I don't understand. No. Maybe I'm not in the country. I
Then
don't
yeah,
understand.
you collect.
It's normal, even in the world generally. Like
Slap
do
you,
anyhow,
you slap
collect
you
slap.
now.
Collect do anyhow and just dabaju.
Like I was going to slap somebody.
you
just-
collect.
So another thing,
And then you
what I would
walk away.
suggest is if you identify that you are working in a toxic environment, what you do is learn how to build emotional intelligence, so that you don't allow their behaviors to affect you until you are able to
Get
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 better
another
place.
job, so that you won't miss
Okay,
out.
so even talking about toxic environment and also talking about how to navigate through it, like she rightly said, it's actually a personal thing, and it starts from the family.
Family.
So you don't even know the next place you are going to, who you are going to be meeting there.
Yeah.
So I think the thing I mean, my own advice would be that personally, okay, like let me just, quickly chip in this story. When I was growing up, there was this time that my elder brother told me to create shock absorber for myself.
Yeah, that's it. He's trying
I
to
don't
tell
know if
you
you
emotional
understand.
Okay,
intelligence.
back
You know,
Omora.
Eh,
No.
No.
He's
You
just
are trying
saying
to-
whatever happened, try to, absorb it
Absorb
and
it.
let
not
it
not
go.
transfer aggression or try not
let
to,
it go.
be.
Don't hold back.
No,
to
it's
grudges.
also a bad thing to say don't be expressive. So if
Yes.
something eats you, it's just normal. If you want to cry, if you want to shout, whatever expression that you feel that moment, do it.
But don't break things. So.
Do you understand? But my point is, okay, so at a workplace now, how do you manage it so that you don't go and slap your boss? So I'm just saying, I think the only way is, if you're a Christian, pray. I think what we all have to do is, if you're a Christian, if you're a Muslim, just pray. Pray to God to help you,
Just get through.
scale through, how to manage people generally.
Yeah.
And
How to
then
manage- I feel like
manage
people management should be
It's
a
ve-
course.
Yes, oh, definitely.
And like
It
you
should be.
said, emotional
intelligence.
which I call shock absorber.
absorber.
I think we all should have it. Aside from workplace or toxic workplace,
Even
I think we need
relationship.
it within ourselves.
Exactly.
Normally.
It's actually help you to be able to navigate through challenges, how to relate with people
Life
so
issues.
well, and how to understand people from the perspective of what they are going through and not
True.
just what is coming out of their mouth or
Mouth,
their
yeah.
reactions. There's
That's
difference
another
between
thing. What they are going through and what they are
exactly
saying.
and what they are
Yeah.
saying. And then
Because
if you are in,
it's a garbage.
Yes.
I feel like everybody has this garbage. You have this thing that you just want to drop. But don't drop it on people.
no,
You don't know
honest-
what that person is going
you might not
through.
be able to tell everybody not to drop
Drop
it.
it.
What will tell you is that don't pick it up when they drop it at you.
That's another thing.
So when
So
they
everybody
drop
will
your
want
value,
to
don't
drop
pick
it, but
up.
try not to. Like, I don't want.
Eh,
But
I
then,
love it.
you know what? Thank you so much. This show was actually a very wonderful show. Hope to
Yes,
see you guys
yes,
next
yes.
week. Peace out.
extra.